Hi, it's the Rawsome Vegan Gal here, and today I'm doing another video for a brand. It's called Wildly Organic by Wilderness Family Naturals. This is part number 3, and I will have a link below to their website so you can check out all the products they offer. They offer a lot of great products. So in this video, I'm doing a few more of their different types of nuts to share with you, and I think I'm going to have at least one or maybe two more videos. So this one I'm just going to be talking to you about the nuts and trying them. I'm not making anything with them like the last video. I actually did a recipe video. So the 3 varieties I have here are their soaked and dehydrated, of course organic, and I'll tell you all about each one. Their cashews, and then I also have their hazelnuts, and then finally their pistachios. So I'm going to go through then in general, and then because they're pretty much the same as far as their general information, and then go through each one separately and try them. So first I'll do the just like I said in general. So they're all soaked and dehydrated at low temperatures. They're USDA organic, non-GMO, project verified, kosher, vegan, raw. Let's see what else to tell you. This company, if you've never heard of them, they call themselves Independent by Nature. They help nourish healthy lives with a line of minimally processed foods made for exceptional quality and taste. It's an independent, family-owned company since 2000, so that's great, for 24 years now. Congratulations. We're committed to sharing wholesome food that is responsibly sourced and produced. I like the fact that they're family-owned and operated, so they're not buying into the big company, like being bought out, I should say, by all the big companies. And let's see what else it says. Packaged in the United States. And also processed in a facility that processes tree nuts but never peanuts. It just says that on all of them. And then also it may contain a desiccant and oxygen absorbent packet to preserve freshness, so and store it in a cool, dry place, but you don't eat that. And what I do usually is after I open mine, I actually just keep them in the freezer so it keeps them fresh. And let's see. And then, I think I'm going to now go through each one. So since I'm holding the cashew one, I'll tell you. So the cashews, this is a 7-ounce resealable bag, which is great. And I think some of the nuts and different products that they sell in different sizes. So you just have to check out their website. It says this is an excellent source of magnesium, copper, and manganese. It's also a good source of iron, phosphorus, zinc, and protein. Now, before I continue, speaking of some of that information, I've referred to this book many times. It's called Rawsome by Brigitte, and I will put the information below the video so you can check that out. What I like most about this, and there's a lot of great things in here, I don't always have time to read everything, is she has a raw food encyclopedia, which I really like. So it lists so many different things. I just noticed here she has edible flowers that you can eat, but I'm not doing edible flowers today, but I just happened to open to that. But she lists, different nuts, seeds, vegetables, fruit, and all about them, their name, even their genus name, I think, and their Latin name, and what kind of family they are, and then all the information about them and the benefits. So I'm going to talk about nuts today, so I'm going to get to that section here. So first I'm going to talk about the cashews, which is the one I'm first talking about. So cashew, it says it's the Anacardium occidentale, that's the name, and it's a member of that family, Anacardiaceae, or cashew family. It's also related to mangoes, pistachios, and poison ivy. I didn't know that about the poison ivy part. And it's derived from the Brazilian Tupi Indian word that's acaju, meaning nut. So hence cashew. I guess it's kind of that way. It's also grown that it's attached to the bottom of a cashew apple. I don't know if you've ever seen a cashew apple, but you can look it up online. And which is eaten fresh and made into jams, but the fruit spoils quickly, so it's rarely seen outside of its native region. Interesting. Sweet and warming cashew nuts are composed of about 20% protein. Let's see what else to tell you, and that's about it on the cashews. So, from her book, and then I'll get to the other ones. And then just the nutritional information before I try them. It says there's 7 servings, a quarter cup is a serving, 150 calories. Again, it's got a high amount of fat because it's good fat, 12 grams total fat, 2 saturated, 5 grams of protein, so it is quite a bit of protein for cashews. 11% iron, 8% vitamin K, 14% phosphorus, 21% magnesium, 15% zinc, so that's really good, and copper also 77%, very high, and manganese 22%. And I think that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. I have a scissor, but it also has a way to tear it, but I could just do the scissor, so it'll be that way. Sometimes with the scissor you don't always cut down or tear. I should say when you tear it, it doesn't always cut down to where you need to open it. So sometimes it's good to have a scissor on hand. And it's nice there. I didn't notice this till recently more of their packaging. So they have like a picture here. It looks like a picture in the background, and that's actually like the nut on the tree. The same thing with the other ones. It's just kind of like it's not so easily for you to realize that's what they're showing you. So let me go ahead and open this, and then I have a cup here. I'm going to put some in, and then I'll show you. Put a little bit. I don't need that much to taste them. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and taste these. Now what I like to do actually with nuts like this is I like to open them. Sometimes I do that with my mouth. Like that. Just to check. They look clean. Sometimes you never know what can be inside, so it's always good to check. They have a nice, sweet, creamy type of taste. Now, you don't have to, while I eat them, I'll just tell you some other things. So, you can eat them like this, or as a trail mix like I have with other nuts here. You can mix them with other nuts. You could also, if you like, to mix with dried fruit. Some people don't mix, like, fruit nuts together. I mean, you can make into a lot of people make cashew cheese out of it, where you ferment it. And you could do that. Let's see, what else can you do with it? Make it into a dressing, blend it up, add it to a salad, even chop them up into smaller pieces if you like. Some people use cashews as a like a base for a crust, like a cashew crust for a pie or some kind of, even cookies. So basically, again, just eat them as a snack. And I have one more left, so I'll just finish that one before I go on to the next. Okay, now the next one I'm going to do is the hazelnuts. So this is also a 7-ounce bag, refillable. And it says it's an excellent source of vitamin E, manganese and copper, and a good source of magnesium, thiamine, and fiber. And I didn't see if the cashews mentioned about fiber. No, that's lower, not that high in fiber. Okay, only 1 gram. Okay. So, and I forgot, pardon me, we'll go rewind. We'll go back to the cashews because it has information here that I didn't share. I forgot. Although you can probably look it up on the website, but I'll just share it with you. So these wildly organic cashews are grown in the Southeast Asia and represent the highest quality organic cashews available. Our cashews are shelled with care, yielding high-grade, large, whole nuts. The nuts are, quote, activated, so this is how they get when they soak and dehydrate them. They're, quote, activated using a soaking and low-temperature dehydrating method in our facility. By soaking nuts, phytic acid, if you might have heard that, are with and enzyme inhibitors that may interfere with nutrient absorption are broken down. So that's the benefit of buying nuts. You could do it yourself too. They're soaked and dehydrated, so they're not like, when you soak them, they're kind of mushy, so they dehydrate them away. So you might pay a little bit more for them, but if you want to get the benefit of doing it this way and not having to do it yourself, so you pay a little more. So what it does is that makes it easier to digest, and they're broken down. So then they dehydrate them at low temperatures to preserve the nutrients, micronutrients, and enzymes, and the end result is crispy, great-tasting raw nuts and seeds. We take extra measures such as excellent quality control, cool storage, and vapor barrier packaging to preserve freshness and ensure that you receive only the best. So sorry about that. I wanted to share that. That's probably on all the packages. So going back to the next one, returning to the hazelnuts. So there's 7 servings in here too. A quarter cup is a serving, 170 calories. Again, fat content is high, but it's good fat from the nuts. It's 17 grams for the serving. 4 grams of protein. This is higher in fiber, 3 grams, so 13%. As far as the other nutritional information, potassium is 4%, calcium 3%, iron 8%, thiamine 17%, vitamin E is 33%, so that's quite a bit. B6 is 12%, phosphorus is 9%, copper is really high, 56%, manganese is even higher, 83%, and magnesium is 12%. So that's the information as far as the nutritional information. And then when it says about these hazelnuts, also they say they're the highest quality. I think the similar information here, there's nothing different as far as what I said about the cashews, the same thing about how they soak them, like the soaking and dehydrating, it activates them. Okay, so now back to the book here to tell you a little bit about the hazelnuts, yes. Get to that page here. So hazelnuts are also called filberts. and I'll tell you the difference. It's called the Corylus avellana, or C. maxima. So that's part of this hazel family. They're called Corylaceae, and the genus name Corylus is derived from the Greek chorus with a K. That was with a C. That was with a K, meaning helmet. That's interesting. In reference to the nut's helmet-shaped husk. Interesting. The wild nut is known as a hazelnut, so that's the difference. And I think these are called hazelnuts. They don't call them filbers. But I don't know if they know for sure that that's what they are if they're wild. So it says that a hazelnut is a wild nut, whereas the cultivated nut is called a filbert. So that's interesting. Both are rich in calcium and minerals, are acid-forming, and strengthen teeth and gums. I didn't know that they do that, so that's good to know. And hazelnuts are sweet and warming. So I'm not sure if these are actually really hazelnuts, because it says they're wild, cultivated. They're wild, and the cultivated ones are actually called filberts. So, okay, so in any event, I'm going to go ahead and open these and try. Get this open. Okay, and it does say it's product of the United States. It's from the United States, and I think I didn't open that enough. So let's get the scissors. You see, that's what happens. Sometimes you don't cut it far down enough where it'll actually open. So gotta cut just a little bit more. Okay. And I think it said the cashews were also product of the United States, and it says that on the bottom here too. Yeah. Okay. Even though it says the cashews are actually grown in Southeast Asia, so that's interesting. They're packaged in the United States. That's the difference. And the hazelnuts, it doesn't say where they originate from, if they're from somewhere else. I'm going to go ahead and open this. Oh, I got that open. I'm going to put some in the little cup here that I have. So this is what they look like. If you've never seen hazelnuts, or if they're called filbers. I'm not quite sure which one they actually are. So this is what they look like if you've never seen them. I'll get that in the camera a little better. You can see that. So they're round little nuts like this. Almost looks like a smaller almond, like an almond would be longer, so it's a little chunkier. So that's what it looks like. Go ahead and try that. Mmm. Yeah, she said it's acid forming. It's sweet, but it has like a little acidity to it. Now, I know I've eaten a lot of chocolate with hazelnuts. It's actually really good. They're a little dry. So personally, I'd probably not eat them so much by themselves. Cashews don't taste as dry. But again, because they're dehydrated too, makes them a little drier. This would probably be good like in a salad or something mixed with other things. So, or even like a dressing out of it with citrus or something. But they have a nice taste. Okay, and then the last one I have here is the pistachios. I like pistachios. Again, it's a 7-ounce package. It says it's an excellent source of vitamin B6 and copper, a good source of protein, fiber, manganese, phosphorus, and thiamine. And it says these are purchased pistachios from a family farm in California. And similar everything else, shelled with care, yielding high-grade whole kernels. Everything else is the same here. And it says product of the United States, but they're grown in California. It's the same thing about 7 servings, quarter cup, 150 calories, 13 grams of total fat for the serving. Dietary fiber, also 3 grams. Protein is 6 grams. Other nutritional information, potassium is 6%. Again, this is all for the one serving. Calcium 8%, iron 6%, thiamine 25%, vitamin B6 29%, phosphorus 12%, and copper 44%. A lot of them are high in copper. Manganese 17%. So if you're lacking copper, this is a good idea. So now back to the book here. Just get some information about pistachios. So let's see. It says pistachios, which is also it's Pistachia vera, They're members also of the Anacardiaceae cashew family, so the same as like we said before, the cashews. They are neutral in energy, sweet, bitter, and slightly sour. Pistachios are smaller in nutritional value to almonds, but higher in iron and vitamin B1. They're also 55% fat and 20% protein. The green color of the nut is due to its chlorophyll content. That's interesting. And it says pistachios actually lubricate the intestines and tonify the kidneys and liver. Okay, interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open this bag up. Got my scissor here. And these are, since they're already soaked in dehydrated, they're shelled too, in case you didn't know if they were or not. They wouldn't be, I don't think they dehydrate them in the shell. So let me see if I got that one open good or not. No, I think it needs a little bit more cut here. Okay. So again, it's showing you like a picture, like it looks like kind of like pistachios are there. And I think with the, let's see, with the hazelnuts, let's see. Also, I guess it's kind of like in the background, like it's supposed to look like what it would look like in the tree, I guess, with the shell around it. Okay, I'll go ahead and open this one up. I think I got it open now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they are shelled. Just in case you didn't think they weren't. Okay, just take some of those out. Some of the skins are still on there, which is okay to eat too. I mean, if you don't like them, you can always remove them. Okay, I'll go ahead and try these. So I'm sure most people know what pistachios look like or have seen pistachios. Nice. I know they said they're kind of bitter. I don't remember what she said in the book, but I think they taste great. I don't think they taste bitter at all. Yeah, pistachios are one of my favorite nuts. And I did say, yeah, the fat. You said they're protein. Yeah, more protein than fat. But I like them. I like the flavor. I like to eat these as a snack. But this also you could make like a pistachio cream, like kind of something, blend it up, put it on a salad, make it into a dressing, eat them as is. And again, like a trail mix or nut mix. So yeah, it's really good. Those are I think they're my favorite of the 3 that I've had today, but they're all great. So again, these are the soaked and dehydrated nuts from the brand Wildly Organic by Wilderness Family Naturals. That's the company. And the 3 that I did today that I tried and talked to you about were the cashews and the hazelnuts, and then finally the pistachios. So I hope you do check these out and try them for yourself. And if you do, let me know what you think. And I thank you for watching. It's the Rawsome Vegan Gal.